Hi and welcome. This youth exchange is the first activity of the project No Hate Speech, increasing competencies of young people to use media and theatre-based tools to combat hate speech. It took place in Aarhus from the 14th of May to the 23rd of May 2022. Young people from Denmark, North Macedonia, Latvia, Slovenia, Croatia and Portugal participated. The project is supported by the Erasmus+, the EU's program to support education, training, youth and sport in Europe. It provides opportunities for people of all ages across Europe and beyond. The project aims to empower young people to address online and offline hate speech and to equip the participants of the project by needed competences to do it in their realities and to encourage their peers to join them.
Of the person that you have the name. Only no one is running. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10.
Community open one day.
Really like, okay, a big
Start. Don't know, they didn't know what is laces and the deodorant, so it was a big trouble.
And we became cautious because we are part of the
we grew through everything. Like the shine is from our energy actually, because
We chose the name Red Foxes because of
your actions online have consequences in your real life.
Yeah.
Very good.
That's moving. I am the bus driver, you're going out. Sit down.
Brigitte, pardon. Here, it will be my assistant. Whatever I say here in class, she would.
As you know, last week our stocks went really low.
Sorry.
Yeah, my voice is not for
Master.
Yeah.
What about Portugal?
Like and now, you know, we have the same, we have patriarchy here. Yeah, the tradition. And then
Extreme political ideologies, we also put this.
So our sentence was,
So now is our comment. Now that Trump is a president,
so our sentence is one might
one to push you.
At least.
This is a jail scene.
that was a very wide topic, so we like kind of discussed it a lot, and then we thought that the key of the both of them was, and our goal was to reach some critical thinking level, and that's why we decided to call our project Critical Thinking. But that is also like something very abstract, so like we felt that we had like to explain it somehow, and to make it like more clear for everyone who would read the name of the project.
And connected to
And-
education.
Yeah, and connected to education. So we use the word teach, and we say that the main goal and what all this project about is to teach how to think, not what to think. And someone else wants to continue?
So that's the first goal. Then we have like raise awareness about critical thinking and motivate people to think outside of the box. To give tools to use it.
In your daily life.
Yes,
Daily life,
and then
yeah.
to also
With that.
use critical thinking in the activities itself and afterwards. To create a healthy routine, because we're also thinking of having like mind energizers in the morning, so it's something for your brain, and like relaxation, so something for your body, like
It's like,
stretching.
it's like not related to the topic, but we realized that we want every morning do some stretching and sport exercise, not long, but short, but to wake up and like mix exercises for a brain at the morning with the body, because we think that healthy brain and a healthy body.
mind,
We have to stay healthy, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna do like a lot of thinking and very few like movements, and we're gonna stay like more. We are not gonna like move a lot. That's why we found it necessary to in the morning do some exercises, so the body will like be also awake and not only the mind.
And then also to improve writing skills, because we have a creative writing part also related to the critical thinking. And the project is going to be in autumn, in October, in Ohrid, Macedonia. And the partners are our countries, so Latvia, Macedonia, Portugal and Spain.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. How many participants?
We did
Like 5 countries, like 25 people plus the leaders, like 30.
Okay.
13 total sounds good.
Okay.
And the maths.
It's 4 countries.
Yeah, if we
yeah.
wanted.
Why?
Because we are Latvian.
Because you are
Yeah.
Six participants.
yeah.
Yeah, 6%.
Yeah, we also wanted to do the project to be held in autumn, because like it's about critical thinking, and we thought that in spring everybody's like want to go outside and there's no concentration. In summer everybody wants to do some vacations. In winter everybody stays inside and there's no vibe for learning and exploring ideas and such things. And we thought that autumn is the perfect time, and we wanted like to held it in Mavrovo, Macedonia. It's like in a place somewhere in the mountain.
But we,
Yeah, I'm
we
explaining
changed.
why we changed.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in Mavrovo is like a mountain location. The colors, bless you, the colors are very beautiful. The nature is very beautiful, but we cannot move from there, because there's like, if you want to go to a city, because we wanted to, we have one activity called city hunting. It's going to be the second day in the morning, so it's going to be like a team building activity.
And also to get to know the city, and also like there will be a lot of riddles and everything, so people will need to think outside.
Yeah,
of the
it will be like to like kind of analyze the people, to tell what they're doing and why they're doing something like that. And if we held it like in Mavrovo, we couldn't do the traveling and transport,
To
yeah,
the
to
city.
move the participants in the city. So we decided to be Ohrid, because it's a very beautiful city, and we can like go for a city hunting activity. That's why we chose Ohrid and not Mavrovo, even though Mavrovo is more beautiful in autumn.
But you can, it's very cheap buses in Macedonia to go to the
It's an
Go to Ohrid one day.
It will be like too much, because
Mavrovo to Ohrid.
It takes a really
To
long
Kiču.
time.
But you cannot. You have nothing to see.
Yeah.
Or just copy like 2 hours. It's so long.
And it will be like, we thought that it would be like too much traveling because it's already the second day and the first day everybody
Yeah,
will be
okay.
tired. And
Yeah.
that's why we decided to be like over it because it's a beautiful city and we
It
can
will be
find
comfortable.
more. Yeah.
Yeah, for everyone.
Okay. We had a lot of ideas
Yes.
and what to do. So in the schedule, we tried to put and to combine everything that we had. But here is another idea that like not they are not fitting into the schedule. And now we have to start with the schedule. Is it?
I think so.
There is no travel days. There is no travel days. So we
Only included the days for
Yeah.
with work.
day
Okay.
of the program.
Okay.
So 6 days plus 2 travel days.
Okay.
Yes, and the first day, not travel
Yeah.
day, but the first day of the program is like usual. We start with the name, but we have to get to know each other, blah 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 blah, team building, games. So the basic days of the basic day of every Erasmus program. Okay, and the second day, yes, as Saranda told us, city hunting, really cool thing because it's a team building and it's exploring. Because if they gonna go to the city at 3 afternoon that we have, it might not be enough. And like combining a good with the exercises, so we're going to see the city and we're gonna do something interesting and team building, and it was a good idea how to start a morning.
Yeah, then we're gonna make like a proper presentation about critical thinking, explain what it is, explain
Because it's
how it has been
yeah.
used, its ideology.
It's impossible to work with critical thinking if people don't know what is
Okay.
critical thinking. And it will be like a lecture, like a presentation. What is it? Like super Polish.
Because we
Oh,
have in the
all
goals
the
that we want to
source.
raise awareness about the critical thinking, so the presentation about that is like
Obligatory.
yeah.
To start with the simpler things and then go harder. Yes. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, of course we'll have an intercultural night so that participants from all the countries, for example, we will see each other one more time and try Rigas Balsam one more time. What's next?
I can talk about the
Yeah, of
mind
course.
energizer.
It's your
So this mind energizer is like small games, like it's a riddle, but it's like a game. So do you know about the game of the triangle, for instance?
Yeah, we're starting to
Say it to
implement
them,
the
say it to
project
them.
already.
Say it to them.
Doesn't know it.
Find out.
Yeah, but tell that was the point of it. And
The point of this mind energizers is because usually you need to understand something that you don't see it at the first time, and the riddle itself usually doesn't give you the clue that you need. So you need to think outside of the box to understand it. So we were thinking of implementing some mind energizers because
But if
of
they
that.
don't know,
do the
Not
thing.
the one
implement
with the
thing.
no, maybe.
Huh?
And then there was also some
The one with the
complement to the mind energizers, which is like
But
a
I'm saying
riddle.
it already.
But it's a they didn't hear. But it's like a story, but it's like a riddle. So for instance, there's this guy that lives in the 10th floor, and he can go to his apartment either taking the stairs or the elevator. When it rains, he always takes the elevator. But if it doesn't rain, he always takes the stairs. Who is this guy?
Why not?
Tu já sabias isto, pá.
Achtaven.
Nobody understood.
Yeah, nobody understood, and the point is that we don't tell unless
The answer.
Yeah.
we don't tell the
Because
answer.
every
We
day
let them
they
think.
have to think.
Yeah, they need to come up with this
Yeah.
with this idea. Yeah.
Continue.
So think about it.
Yeah. This is yeah.
Third day.
After the mind energizer, we have
Like word concepts. Like usually, we base like what we do in our daily life by the meaning that we give to the words, and maybe the meaning that we give to the words is wrong, or it could be better, or we should change it, and that's why like if you think of a word like river and you immediately think like of I don't know, like actually a river, and you don't think about the other meanings that it can have. If you see that word, your mind will always be
Shaped.
Yeah, shaped to think about the
So
river. So
one-
we will deconstruct the words.
Because
basically, and
one of
meanings.
our goals, which we didn't write here, but we talked about it, was like unshaping opinions. because all the society does, it's like shaping our opinions. So we had like a goal when we were discussing it on shaping opinions, and that's like the activity Ruth thought about it. We found it very practical and good.
Yeah, words and concepts.
Yeah, then we have Marta.
During the afternoon, it could be word manipulation. We were thinking, for example, how in advertising it's really typical to have like hidden messages. Like, for example, now we can see it a lot with greenwashing, pinkwashing. Like, what is the reason and the purpose behind the advertisements that they are doing, and what is the reason that they are choosing that way to present it? And in this case, we were thinking, instead of analyzing it, the participants themselves, they would have to create maybe an advertising campaign, something like that.
With a hidden message.
And yes, and hide the message, and then like do it in a way that it's difficult to find, so then they can themselves put themselves in this mindset of how to hide the message and how to manipulate other people. So then they will present it, and the other participants they should try to find what was the hidden message of all this.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's putting in the mindset of how to manipulate the others.
Yeah, because in all beverages, like we read 0 sugar, and then if we read the ingredients, we see that that beverage is full of sugar. But we believe that because we read it on the advertisement, think in the emballage, that there's no sugar there, and we tend to believe it. We don't think that it can be manipulation. That was like
it was a
the
good
whole
example,
point.
the thing that you said when you had to present as politicians.
Yeah, the monkeys activity, the monkeys, the horses, and the chickens. For instance, I don't think we mentioned this, but one of our tasks was to, like, we needed to sell human meat in the restaurants, but we decided that nobody would go for it. So we decided to hide this human meat and say that it was a special ingredient. So nobody knew actually that you were gonna eat human meat. So that's kind of what we were thinking about. Yeah.
Like thinking ways to try to hide the message and how to manipulate each other.
Yeah.
Next 2 days are super cool days because we combined creative writing with the theater. And now listen. The participants will have to write a story about the bad guy, but they have to write. I'm gonna read it. Describe what he is doing bad. What bad he is doing. That's the one point. And the second point, describe and tell why he is doing it. So two sides of a story, and then with these stories they have to play. There will be no analyzing. Each team going to create a bad guy, what he's doing and why he's doing, and then here we're gonna to show it. We're gonna show what he's doing. The first play, it's really short performance. What he's doing bad, bam, yelling or something.
But you forgot the power of context.
Yeah, like this is all really connected with.
Because we moved that. Before Vlad started talking about the creative writing thing, before we give the task of the creative writing, we're gonna talk a little bit about the power of context in the beginning, so we can guide the participants to the creative writing process by just explaining them the power of context and just not believing what they see or what they read and taking it superficial.
Yeah,
and then it's like we give them the task of writing a story about bad character and then continue. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all about context, bad character, and then we're gonna play it and start with what he's doing, and then analyze why he's doing it, and then showing the second part why he's doing it. Cool.
Yeah, and we gave the free afternoon because the creative writing is it's a really difficult process. And it must be a free time for the participants to really think of their stories, and that who said it? I think Marta or Ruth, when we were talking about how we're gonna implement the creative writing into how to transfer it into the acting part, and then we said that we're gonna take the stories of the participants and we're gonna like we're gonna like do an acting about them, and then and then we're gonna ask the people, the participants, to explain what I think.
He just said
Is that okay?
No, but like after doing like this first part of like presenting the actions, the participants should think themselves before knowing the real reason.
The real reason, yeah.
They should like have a debate on what they think it could be the context.
Yeah.
Because behind every bad guy is a story. And to look that story,
it's like, for example, I write the story and I just tell the first part with a description of the character, and I don't tell the others the reasons my character did that. And I ask the other participants to tell me why they think my character did that. And in the end, I tell the other part of my story where I describe why the character did that.
Yes. Yes.
So while we were constructing the timetable, we had the power of context here, but then we realized that it would make more sense here.
Yeah, it's
so
kind of a draft. It's a bit
yes,
messy,
this is a very messy draft. So then we have other ideas here that we can use in this part. I cannot read it because it's upside down.
Just let's finish.
Okay.
Things, as like create your own school, your idea school. We also were thinking, we don't know if it's too much of a presentation, but there has been schools that have like an alternative type of education. A lot of them.
To give concrete examples, like what has happened already.
Even though in practice, a lot of them they haven't worked throughout history, but they had like really solid and powerful ideas. So just maybe we could just present this kind of alternative education throughout the history and how they have worked.
Yeah. Because like we wanted to give the task to the participants create their own country, but that we found that that's really like a wide topic, and then we thought that it would be better if we give them the opportunity to create their own school, maybe. And then why the presentation about the alternative school would be held, so the participants know that it's already going on in the world, and the countries are trying and have tried some methods of implementing an alternative education thing. But again, we will give like the participants the opportunity to create their own ideal educational system or school, let's say school, and that's how we're going to make them think. What bothers them and what they want to change in the educational system.
I think that's it.
And then we had like in the 6th day, like we did some like open
workshops.
Yeah, but if somebody else, for example, I don't know, we had like this idea for workshops and then reflections, but as you see, like we had a lot of ideas and it was hard to kind of deal with them and put them in a table because.
Yeah, but it's better to have more.
Yeah, but we decided to write down all our ideas,
everything.
and we didn't like focus on making the perfect timetable.
Just to have the content.
Yeah, we wanted just to have the content so that maybe we can work on it, and that's why we added the workshops as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it.
Hello everyone. So we as chickens are new to this society and we expect...
And I cannot skip even. Okay, I'm just enjoy. Parkland is my home and my first ever love!
Yes, of course. It's their fishery part.
Okay.
Done? Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah, just to read the
him and my heart does not ache, but I don't know if I'm ready to love as if heart doesn't break.
Go a bit down, a bit up, back down.
Yeah?
Yeah, like that.
Okay.
Close
Martina.
the finger a little bit.
Me?
Finger.
That's good.
Is it good? I don't know. You tell me. Stand up and like
It can be drawing, hiking.
It's not on us to agree. Those are scientific facts. If they
Practice for them. Does this make sense? Other than they needed to take a course.
They try to do a completely alternative type of education.
realized that that was a very wide topic, so we.
That's for us.
Ungdomsradio. 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 Ungdomsradio.